What's up, YouTube? My name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV. Welcome back, guys, to another day in the life video. I said, let me bring you guys along the day today. I'm not going out and meeting any clients, but I do have a super busy day. So I wanted to just give you guys a little insight. The fourth quarter of the year of 2021 has been really busy. I'm very thankful for it. And I'm coming across things that I've never done before, which is really cool. So I wanted to just bring you guys along the journey today and just explain to you what an insurance agent and insurance broker does all day. So let's get into it. It is about 11:30 a.m. now. I had a super late start to my day today. And that's the cool thing about working for yourself or being in insurance. You don't have to get up at the crack of dawn if you work for yourself. Sometimes I do if I have a lot of meetings and things to do, but today I slept in till about 10 o'clock, made breakfast and did some other things. And now I'm finally sitting down in front of my laptop. I have 12,000 emails, but I'm definitely gonna catch up with everything. I'm gonna organize all the emails and everything, and then we're gonna go from there. The first thing that I have to do is call my website designer, because we're switching over like the host site that I use, so I have to give him a call back. So he's on another call, so that's okay with me. So now I'm going to go and work on a few things until he gives me a call back. The first thing I like to do is once I check my email and organize everything, I like to go to my CRM system where all of my tasks for the day are housed, as well as all of my client information. I'm gonna give this client a call. She was ready to move forward with the policy. It's a cleaning company, so I'm gonna give her a call and get all of her information and then send her the policy information and notate that in the system.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Wanted to reach out to you to go ahead and get that policy started for your cleaning company.
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions about the policy?
I did have one question. Is that policy, so that does not cover anything in the event something happens to the equipment? It's just...
Yeah, so...
What does that cover?
Yeah, so that's like, it just covers liability, but I can add on like business property if you wanted to. Just give me an amount and I can get that quote for you. A lot of times cleaning companies may do like $5,000 or $10,000 just to cover their stuff in case something happens.
From my experience, take about 4 or 5 days, you know?
I send it to the processing team, so I take all the information and then I send it to them, and then what I do is I email you what's called a COI, or a certificate of insurance, basically like your proof of insurance. And if you ever were with the client and they needed to be listed on the policy, just let me know and I'll send you an updated one. And then tomorrow Liberty Mutual will mail out your physical copy of your policy, and then they'll email it to you as well.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Just sent off the payment information to my processing team for the cleaning company. So now I'm gonna go into my CRM and mark her as the policy is issued, and then put that in my Excel spreadsheet as well. Once the policy is issued, I like to send out a certificate of insurance to her just so she has something in front of her saying, I have this insurance. And then tomorrow, Liberty Mutual, which is the carrier that I wrote her through, will send out her physical policy and they'll email it to me as well. So I'll just forward her that email tomorrow. It is very important to log all of your new client information. I always do like their name, the date submitted, date issue, what type of product it is, what carrier I put them through, the annual premium, the commission, who's responsible for the policy, the state I wrote it in, their phone number, email, and the referral source. So at the end of this year, I'm going to populate all of this and see where most of my referrals came from, and also what states I wrote in the most and what type of policies I wrote. So it's very important to do this, and also to know that all of your clients are in one place. Like, yes, I have them in my CRM, but I also have them on another cloud drive as well, which is just a plain Excel sheet. It's helped me a lot stay really organized. The next thing that I'm working on now is for one of my clients that's a logistics broker, He needed a workers' comp policy, and as I always say, I'm not a huge fan of workers' comp. I'm not like very savvy with workers' comp. I've done only a handful of workers' comp policies, but of course when my clients need it, I do whatever I need to do to get it done. So I submitted that application on yesterday, and they emailed me today and said they need some more requirements. I have to fill out and submit this form within 2 business days. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that out and submit that to them, and then give them a call to see if there's anything else that I need. I'm very thorough when I'm dealing with different carriers, and I love to give them a call once I submit it, just to ask them, is there anything else they need to go ahead and expedite the process, because I don't want anything holding my clients back from having their policy or having their coverage for their company, or for any type of personal thing that they have going on. Just finished submitting the forms for the workers' comp, so I'm going to notate that in my system, and then I got the email while I was on the phone with my workers' comp carrier for the policy that I bound. She was sent the welcome letter, but then she did message me and say, hey, actually that's not the right address. I needed the policy to be sent to this address. So I'm going to call my service team, have them issue her COI, and then change her mailing address as well, so she can get that to the right address. So I'm getting that COI sent to her now, which is the great thing about having a service team when you're working with these agency clusters and things like that. All I have to do is call them and say, hey, she needs a COI. Does anybody need to be listed as additional insured? No, she just wants proof of insurance. They'll send it to her and CC me on the email, so I don't have to create the COI or make the COI, anything like that. It's super smooth. So I notate that in my system as well. And as you can see, notating in your system is really important, because you never want to forget or not know what's going on. And how I look at it is, let's say somebody else answers the phone and she calls, I want them to be able to pick up on the conversation just as if I was there, so you want to leave as many detailed notes as possible. So with my videos, I love to show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, it's more good than bad and ugly in insurance, in my opinion. But one of my carriers is not giving me the correct percentage for my commission. And we've been dealing with this issue for about a month now, and I've told them they've got it corrected, and then still, they sent me my commission report today and it's not the correct percentage, and neither have they backdated from what they paid me wrong. So now I just have to send this to basically my contact for the carrier, to let them know hey, this is absolutely not right, and then we can kind of go from there. Literally, the more clients you get for PNC, the more people you get for non-pay, or they're late on their bill, and that's literally what I get. I can count every month getting emails. A lot of times what happens is their card is no longer valid, or it's locked, and they got a new card and didn't update me. Piece of advice for you, which is what I wish somebody would have told me, is get their account and routing number whenever possible, because with cards, of course, they can cancel, they can expire, they can do all this, but if it's an account and routing number, it's more likely to go through. You're not changing your account and routing number as much as you're changing your card information. I'm gonna call them, call the client, and just check on her first. That's what I love to do, is build that rapport with the clients and just check on them and see how they're doing, but also say, hey, your bill is definitely due. And then you try to make it as easy as possible. Don't say your card declined, be I don't know if you got a new card or whatever, but they tried to pull that money and they were unable to do that, or your institution did decline them pulling that out. So I wanted to let you know.
Tree.
So I don't ever really use voicemails or leave voicemails, because that's kind of like what a bill collector does, right? You leave the voicemail, they know why you're calling. So I just sent her a text, say, hey, give me a call when you can. So what I do is I go into the non-pay notice, and they say this policy will cancel as of November 29th, 2021. Today is November 10th, 2021. So it gives me some time, but I put all that information into my CRM, and I update, or I follow up with her every day. you know, until she reaches back out to try to get that paid. And if I cannot, then it will cancel. But most times I can catch it before it actually cancels, and then they'll give me the updated information. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that a little bit and then see what else I have to work on.
Do you have that case pulled up? One
Okay.
moment, please.
You good?
I see one outstanding requirement. I see medical records from a doctor indicated that the request was still in process with no issues. Will expedite process.
Okay.
No fees required. Will send records as requested on cover sheet.
Okay.
So they're working on getting those records to us.
Okay. And is that the last thing you guys need on your end?
Let me just check. One moment.
So I'll just follow up with you guys in a week if I don't hear anything. But thank you so much for checking into that case for me.
Oh, you're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, ma'am. That'll be all.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
You too. Have a good. Well, not you too, but have a good one.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Just got off the phone with underwriting and the case manager for one of my clients. So life insurance is more so you have to do a lot of stuff in the beginning to get it started. But for PNC, it's super easy to get it started. But then the servicing on it on the back end is what, you know, takes a lot. So hopefully they can have this policy issued before the end of this month, because it's been in underwriting for a good, I want to say, month and a half, and I really want to be able to have this policy issued, not think about it, and just move forward with the next. Stepped outside on my balcony for a little bit to get some air. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon now, and I haven't had lunch or anything, but of course I started my day kind of late. So I'm about to shower and then probably eat lunch and get back to work. I'm not super hungry, I just had kind of a big snack. So we're gonna see how I feel after the shower. And that's, again, the great thing about insurance is I always can adjust my schedule, which is why I have the luxury of sleeping in if I need to, or even leaving early. But the main thing is just being very organized, because if you're organized, you can make your schedule however you want it. If you want all your meetings in the morning, of course with some exceptions, because you want to be very flexible to your clients. I usually have all of my meetings in the afternoon, because in the morning time I like to wake up while I'm working, eat breakfast, and take my time. I do have one meeting today at 3 p.m. with my client, finishing up his life insurance application and getting his payment information. That's literally all I need. It's one of those clients that I've been chasing for a while, and he keeps putting it back and saying, I'm gonna do it now, and he doesn't do it. He's like, okay, this day. So fingers crossed he does it today so I can go ahead and submit that. It's a simple issue policy, so it'll issue pretty fast if everything comes back great. Fingers crossed on that. I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. It's about 4:30 p.m. and I have some things to finish up for the day. I have some quotes that I submitted and waiting to finish 2 life apps. So I will let you know how that goes. And yeah, so I should be done soon, because I have some other things to do outside of like insurance, like some YouTube stuff and some other things that I'm working on. So I'm gonna try to finish, take a nap, and then get back up and, you know, handle all that stuff. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. After I took my nap, I talked to a client, and then I went to the gym and did some other stuff. So I didn't record much yesterday, but I have a meeting in 4 minutes with the prospect. So I'm trying to get all of that information pulled up now. I hope everybody's day is going well, no matter where you are, what you're doing, when you're watching this. I hope your day's going well. My day's going pretty well. I got Smoothie King this morning, and I had enough rewards to get a heavy discount. This is not a sponsored video, but you know, I love Smoothie King, so sponsor me. So the day is Thursday. I try not to work too much on Fridays, but I do have a lot to do. So I'm going to try to finish everything today so I don't have to do too much work tomorrow. And fingers crossed that I solidify this deal. This is a very, 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 very important and big deal. So if I secure this, we celebrating, and y'all gonna see it live. One thing I do hate, knocking on wood, this doesn't happen. But the one thing I hate is they're like, you know, let's do an appointment tomorrow at 10 or, you know, Wednesday at 3. And then you call them and then they don't answer. It's like, dude, you told me to call you, you know? But you always remain professional and just keep following up. Life does happen, but after a while it does get a little tiresome to keep dealing with that, but yeah. Just getting all my systems set up now so I will be able to move quickly between them. I used to have 2 screens. I still do, I just don't use the other one as much anymore. And that one helped a lot to be able to separate a lot of stuff and see, because I have like 20 million screens up a day, and the fact that I only use 1 screen on my laptop, it's a challenge. But I don't feel like bringing out my other laptop and all that, so. I'm working on this quote for a business that does wholesale non-durable goods. I'm sending it to 2 carriers to see who can give him the best rate as I get all these emails in. As you guys can hear, this is like every morning. It's email after email after email.
Communication unit for me is send over the packet for the application for us to get started.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just let me know if you have any questions and then I'll reach out to you Tuesday.
Okay, sounds good, man.
All right, you have a good one.
All right.
Just got off the phone with the prospect for, he's getting like 4 life insurance policies. He's in business for himself, doing really well, so I had to send him a few quotes over. Then he's gonna meet with his accountant and he's gonna reach out to me in about 3 or 4 days. And he said if I don't hear anything, reach out to him and then we can go ahead and pull the trigger, which is very exciting. Just working on a few things now. I'm about to get on a call with my content manager that's going to be my marketing manager for my company, like the official marketing manager, like bringing him on next year. So I'm excited about that. So I'm meeting with him now, and then I have a few calls that I'm waiting on as well. It never stops. It really never stops, honestly. And just talking to other business owners, you know, and they're like, you know, this is going on. I'm like, yeah, I understand. I do understand it's a lot being a business owner. It's luxury, but it's also a lot of things that, of course, social media doesn't show you, and things that you're like, what am I doing? So I'm just trying to finish out the year strong, get things organized, market. It's a million things that you always have to be doing. Yeah, I'll follow up with you on Tuesday night.
Honestly, I got my emails too. So how does 11:30 sound?
11:30 sounds great. Yeah, we can do that. Today, I've been running around trying to make sure that I get to where I'm going on time, but I'm headed to an influencer networking event for YouTubers, business owners, TikTokers, Instagram influencers, all the 9 yards. I'm waiting for one of my friends now. I'm at her house. I have to pick her up, and then I'm also going to pick up my content manager's apparel that I got him made for the event. So, and I'm cutting it really close because it's already 4:50. It's already 4:54 and the event starts at 6. I have to drive 20 minutes one way, then 30 minutes the other way to get to the event. So I have my KennyJTV gear on today. I don't know if you can tell. Boom. And I got my do-rag on to try to lay my hair down. It's been a very busy day at work and had some last-minute clients that I had to finish up, shower, change, and all the 9 yards. So I'm excited to actually go to this event. This is my first event as a business owner. It's Christy. Hey, book with her. She's a stylist. She does it all. She does it all, the endorsements and all the 9 yards. So we are... So they have a place where you can hang your business cards. So you know what I'm about to do? Put my business card up here. I low-key forgot my new business cards, but I do have one of them. Focus, focus. Yes, sir. So we're about to hang these pictures, hang these cards. Have a good one, man. Good to see you.
Hey, what type of insurance you do, bro?
All type, any type of insurance you can possibly think, anything.
Okay,
anything.
we might have to talk.
Now, let me know.
I ain't got no life insurance, bro.
Come on.
So we gotta talk.
How much money you got? You got some life insurance. I
I need it.
Let me know. All right, y'all. Leaving the networking event, guys. Whoa. Come on, Evan. Network. Finally back home from the networking event. Not went inside yet. I am very tired, very hungry. But that was my first networking event that wasn't virtual. You know, I started my agency in the pandemic, in the smack middle of the pandemic, so I wasn't able to get out and meet people, but now this was my first time. I made some really good connections. Of course, had my business cards, forgot my new business card, so I had to use my old ones, but it's all the same information. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I have another networking event on Saturday. Super excited about that as well. Networking is fun, just talking about, you know, your business and advertising that and learning about other people's business as well. And honestly, you find out that you can mutually benefit from a lot of people, and it's great. You know, like I said, I made some great connections. I have a call tomorrow with a mortgage lender, and I've been saying for the longest how I want to make a connection with the mortgage lender. She's my age. She lives literally 10 minutes from me, which is absolutely crazy. I had no idea, but it's a small world. Super happy that I went to the networking event. Wanted to vlog to give you guys insight and let you guys know how important networking is. Virtual networking is great, but it's always good to get in front of people and shake those hands, even though we're in a pandemic, even though we have to social distance. It's very important to get in front of people. People buy from who they know, like, and trust. And if they have a face with a name, it goes a long way. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for my latest notification. We're dropping a video every week. Every week, we're dropping a video. Again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV.